art that we have here, and I welcome you all warmly. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, in art, the hand can never execute anything higher than the heart can imagine. The chief guest, the Minister for Education, and his honorable entourage, the Vice Chancellor, academic staff, invited guests, the University Council, and supporters of the University of Fiji, I take this opportunity to welcome you all. And I welcome you with the showers of blessing that is currently upon us at this very moment. Any educational institute, whether it's early childhood, primary, secondary, or tertiary, would be incomplete if art is not considered. Having this gallery completes the University of Fiji to come to its full cycle as it recognizes the art representing the past, the present, and the future. We are glad that today we realize this dream, a dream that brings to light the beauty of humanity, whereby our innate capabilities are expressed in our tangible and cultural attributes. The Minister and his honorable entourage, on behalf of our VC, on behalf of the academic staff, the council, the supporters of the University of Fiji, I welcome you, and I welcome all the invited guests who are here. Ladies and gentlemen, Nisa Bulavinaka. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I now call upon the Vice Chancellor of the University of Fiji, Professor Shaista Shamim, for the opening remarks.
The University of Fiji Art Gallery is an output listed in our Strategic Plan 2022 to 2026 in recognition of the fact that education for us as a higher education institution in Fiji is a holistic and creative and imaginative endeavor. It is an aspect of what the focus of the university is, and that is to move what was conventionally known as pedagogy to a new learning methodology that the university has adopted as part of the 21st century focus on interactive forms of learning called Unifiji, which means self-directed learning or student-centered learning. Unifiji involves a number of important aspects of knowledge building. I mentioned just three of them. The first is demolition of the idea that education must result only in attaining certificates and degrees at graduation after 3 to 6 years of formal education in the classroom, with the lecturer standing at the podium in front of the classroom, dispensing information to his or her students sitting on chairs in front, faithfully writing down or trying to capture every item of information that the lecturer delivers. After that, writing assignments which replicate everything the lecturer said, or sitting exams where somehow memory becomes more important than understanding, reflection, and indeed knowledge. The second aspect of our pedagogy is facilitating the art of thinking independently. I call it the art of thinking because independent thinking and analysis requires imagination and creativity. This cannot be done in a vacuum because it involves understanding and knowing the world in context. This is how artists work. They express their creativity by providing a view of the world they imagine. Sometimes viewers may not get it, but the artist will always be able to explain what they have expressed in their art form. The third aspect of pedagogy is what we might call expression as a form of advocacy. This is probably the most important of all, as we find that artists are constantly evoking their view of the world that challenges the viewers to transform their own understanding of it. The transformative power of art cannot be underestimated. These are the main foundations of the University of Fiji Art Gallery. It will exhibit in forthcoming presentations a pedagogy in art forms, simultaneously expressing and transforming. It will present avant-garde ideas, which are new and experimental expressions and methods in art, whatever they may be, as a form of knowledge, building, as the National Development Plan of Fiji says. The focus in Fiji is that we should be a knowledge-based society. To the University of Fiji, knowledge is more than what is written or spoken in words. It is any form of expression with art, music, performance, and more than anything, imagination with equal emphasis. With all the attention paid to artificial intelligence now, this point is particularly important for us to consider seriously as an intellectual endeavour. In future, the plan of the university's permanent art gallery is to hold exhibitions in collaboration with other artists in Fiji and the world, hosting guest artists in residence, as well as holding regular student exhibitions, probably twice a year, and at the same time delivering lectures on art and other forms of expression. This would include film, which is being developed now through the Journalism and Media Studies program of the university. In the very near future, we are collaborating through our comprehensive MOU with the Cuban government on a joint Latin American art and music and film festival planned for October this year. I have the great privilege now to pay tribute to our artist in residence, Mason James Lee, without whom the development of the University of Fiji Art Gallery would have been impossible. Everyone here this evening will know Mason, as I would call Fiji's greatest intellectual artist, the Diego Rivera of our world. Those of you who know of the Mexican artist Diego Rivera would also recall that he was more famously known as the wayfarer husband of feminist artist Frida Kahlo. I call her feminist, though she may not have described herself in that way. She was one of the most famous female artists of her time, up there with Georgia O'Keeffe.
For young and emerging artists who wish to pursue their dreams, being an artist like a painter, this is a niche market, and it is a career pathway that can help you earn for your living by selling your artwork at local, regional, and international markets. And my personal advice: to nurture your talents, attend courses that will help you grow your professional and personally in your life, and don't commit to unlawful activities. That can cause a lot of social problems that will affect your life, reputation, and family, which you will regret later. Follow your dreams to become well-known artist in Fiji. As a young rugby, netball, or soccer player will do to nurture his or her talents daily through training and practices, and become successful and well-known in that sport or in any other career for that matter. To the parent of young and emerging artists who want to be great artists, who are very good hands-on or with practical skills, I encourage us all to collaborate with art communities and tertiary institutions like the University of Fiji, and help these young and emerging artists prosper in life by giving them appropriate and relevant support and education to realize their dream. Finally, on behalf of the Fiji government, I thank the Vice Chancellor, Professor Saista Samim, for the invitation extended to the Ministry of Culture, Heritage and Arts. And with those words, I wish to declare the University of Fiji Art Gallery open. Thank you.
Representing the future, the past, the present, and the future in terms of art.
In the future, as artists, we live in the creative platform to always challenge ourselves with our own sphere. I would like to thank everyone who have gracefully helped in this modern space build-up. With great space comes dynamic works, and that is how we improve ourselves as artists for this and the next generation. What is our program? Our program target is to progress for local artists to better their skills from here beyond, creating standards never seen before. If you want about the space in colors, that is a tribute to the school's movement colors that have been used on the logo and building sites with an added twist to it. This has begun in the future. This space will cater greater works, host bigger events. Also, we welcome Dr. Nikad Shubin, Nelu, and Krisha. to everyone get to know these new creative minds, have a conversation and support our new artists. Once again, I thank the University of Fiji, honored guests, and to all who are here supporting local talent. God bless you all. Vinaka.
Now I invite my colleague, Mr. Satish, for the vote of thanks.
Creativity comes not from within, but through sheer interest and desire to create. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Shaista Shamim, Pro-Chancellor, Ambassador Kamlesh Arya, the Chief Guest, Minister of Education, Honorable Seri Ronaldo, invited guests, Unifiji staff, artists, art lovers, ladies and gentlemen, a good evening to you all. An event of such magnitude is the result of hard work and planning of many individuals. I stand here this evening to express my heartfelt gratitude to the following individuals who had made this event a successful one. Firstly, a heartfelt appreciation to the chief guest, ministers, assistant ministers, members of the diplomatic corps. Your presence here, sir, is a testimony that you support and appreciate local talents, and this is something that we all need, motivation and guidance.